Hello and welcome back everybody to another edition of Postal Prospecting. And let me get the camera pulled up here. There we go. Perfect. So today we got a box in. I did the pre-opening just because it made it easier because it was pretty well sealed. So this is from our friends at acrossthepondpainters.com, Heidi and Conan. But I wanted to show you this. Let's take a look what I got here. Alright. Box empty. Moving on. First thing, this is the Garnet Hill, Nevada. May contain gold. So essentially this is a bag mainly to get the garnets. But one of their viewers, or one of the buyers, did actually find some flake gold in here, so hoping for the best that there's some gold in this one. We got the Black Hills Cons with the silver. Nice little bag, so I forget, at least a gram, I believe it's at least a gram of crystalline silver in here. Should be fun to pan out, if not make a nice little challenge. The one I'm really excited about and kind of dreading at the same time is the black sands from Exotic Lands. Okay, you can hear it's really fine, but there's something chunky in here, and I really can't wait to see what that chunky stuff is. Also, because Heidi and Conan sent me a nice little display case or display jar. I forget what this is called off the top of my head, but so what is this going to be? Why did they send me this? And why is there chunky material in this stuff that's normally not chunky at all? So I'm going to crack this open right now. I can't wait any longer. And just to get that chunky material out, let's go ahead and classify this down. I just got my 10 mesh. So what I ordered was the 1 gram gold, and this one says custom bonus bag. So, oh my, I think I see what that chunky piece is. Let me just do this. See it? Alright, let me shake this up. Alright, one piece, so look at that. That's a nice little chunker right there. That looks actually really cool with the way that it's made here. It's like got so many points and looks like it goes around some rock. That is pretty cool. I'll take a close up for you on this. That's pretty awesome. That looks really good. Okay. Had to make sure there was nothing else. So, rest of the material looks like same as always. It is fine material. I see a lot of fine gold already. Yeah, as you can see right there, there's a lot of fine gold. So let's go ahead and get to the panning of this. And I'm going to switch pans because I'm going to pan everything in this one. This one's a little bit wider, it makes it a little bit easier for me to pan. So let me put this in here. We'll leave a little bit in here, and let's go and switch cameras and pan some gold. Alright, here we are. Look at that already. Sorry, look at all that gold. It's crazy. Barely even did anything. more water in here. Alright, let's start panning it back. Can't do that too much. We're already losing gold. So we're going to do this a little bit different way. Yeah, this gold is super fine, super hard to get at. I'm gonna need more jet dry because it really likes to float away. This is definitely not an easy bag to do, so we're gonna do this in stages itself, and I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating way just to get rid of some of it, and then we're gonna go back through it again. So see that gold was left on top? And there's a little bit of a cheater way, but it works. Just shake it up a little bit, everything is left up here, clean it up, and then you just have less black sands to deal with at later time. Because getting through the first round of black sand is going to be the most difficult part here, so let me go ahead and start going through this. Let me dump some of this out too. Do a quick pan of this. This is the last material that I worked with. We have this back. So, alright, so I am going to go through this a couple times, and like I said, the easiest trick I do is get the gold stuck to the bottom of the pan, so I'm going to put a good amount in here, and then when I go back to repan it, it'll be a lot easier. Or it won't be easier, it'll actually be a little bit harder, but it's the getting rid of the gold itself. See, look at all that gold. It's essentially, the trick is to try to get rid of as much black sand as you possibly can the first time around, because when it comes to repanning, you won't have so much gold to worry about itself. So, and that's really what it comes down to, is try and get rid of some, so you, because the gold that floats away is the toughest to get because it's always mixed in with the black sand. So if I do a quick pan itself, it actually looks like some like slightly bigger material in here as well, bigger gold. So it's not just super fine, but that's what you could lose sight of right there. It's like you can't really see the gold in here anymore, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see a lot of gold left over. Now, what I think I can probably do with this as well is actually roast it all off, try to get all the gold to combine, and it'll be easier to pick out when it's bigger. Actually, I might try that later on. So you see, at first we had a bunch of gold that was left over, and then a lot less gold right now. So you probably can't even see this in the video itself, but there's a couple little fine pieces right here, right at the edge of this black sand. And this actually makes it a lot quicker, because watch, I'll show you the snuffer dump itself once we're all done with this. And it took me a couple tries to figure this out itself, because I was doing a little bit at a time and it took hours upon hours upon hours, you know. This is really fine stuff. Look at that. That's a nice amount of gold. Essentially, it's my little speed panning trick with the super fine, you know, this is what, 600 mesh gold. So it's, if you know, it could be even more. I mean, because this gold likes to stick to the bottom of the pan, that's why I'm able to do it just like this. Walk it up. A little bit of black sand, which is fine. More. A little chunkier piece right here. And you know, I guarantee it that I will not get this in my first go around, but if I could get most of it, I'm pretty happy. And then later on, you know, go through it again. But as we see, we got a good amount of it. I don't really see that much left in here, so if anybody does try this, try the speed panning. You know, see if it works out for you. It does. You do have to have a well-seasoned pan. You're not going to do this in a non-seasoned pan, of course. Just because you're going to need a lot of jet dry or surfactant in here, and just a little bit of practice. There it is. So let's try to walk any leftover gold back up here on the bottom. Shake it down. Not seeing anything. Let's try this angle. Nope. And look at that gold, that nice beautiful smile. And like when you do shake it like that, you're just doing gentle light shakes, nothing crazy. It's really just trying to get the lightest material all the way to the bottom, and the heaviest to stay on top. Usually gold is going to be the heaviest in the pan. Black sands come really close to it, but if you do it just right, you can get that gold pretty quickly. And you can see I've only been doing this for a few minutes and I'm already done with the bag itself. Not to say it's all the way done, but for the most part it will be done. So let's do this again. Bring it back up to the top. And I don't do this a lot itself. This is mainly just, like I said, for the first go around. But there we go. See, a little more gold left over. But as long as I get the majority out, I just find it's so much easier at the end, because then you just got to fight with a little bit of black sands instead of all of them. Of course. Okay. Get some water in here. Clean this out. Alright, let's see what we got. Make sure there's no gold left in there. This flour gold likes to stick here. Okay, now you can see how much I reduced it by. But look at all that. So let's move this back up here. Isn't this so much easier? Look at all that gold that I already got out of here, and the amount of black sand that I had to deal with. And as you saw, I didn't use the magnet on this. I just did the blacks as is. So it does work. It took a while to practice. I've done quite a few challenge bags, a lot of black sands. I did the Infinity Prospecting one, Jonathan Friends, Indiana Creek's black sand, the challenge bag, and they're really good bags. And they, with vendettas. So of course I can't forget vendettas. I spent hours on each one of these bags, and afterwards, I kept practicing with a little bit of black sand here and there and some gold. And just to see if I could, make it a little bit faster, because, it takes time to do everything for the videos. And, I found out that, yeah, I can make it go quicker. And then my little black sand trick, get rid of this. It would help if I put the lid on tightly for some suction, There we go. I'm not going to get rid of all the black sand because I see some gold that was floating down, so I gotta do this again. But I can get rid of most of it. And then after I dry it out, anything that's black sand left over that I left intentionally, is I could check it out and take it out with the magnet, because I am going to leave a little bit behind here. I see a little bit of the corner that has gold in it, so I'm not going to touch this little corner right here. Alright, so there you have it. Let's see, get this in here. This is speed panning fine gold. What do you guys think? Leave it in comments, and what do you guys think of that? That's pretty awesome, at least for me. So let's dry this out and take a look at it as a whole and see what I got out of it. And I'm going to go through this again off camera to see, if I missed anything, and if so, how much of it was. I doubt it's going to be anything too crazy. Alright, welcome back. Got all the gold dried out, and let's take a look at what we got here. So, first thing we're going to do, of course, turn on the scale. Give a little bit of weight. Okay, 19.994. Okay, so just slightly low because it's a 20 gram weight, so we'll add 0.006. Let me just write this down. I'll add 0.006 to the total amount. First thing we're going to do is we're going to weigh that nugget, because that was spectacular to see. Look how crazy this looks too. Alright, so that's a half gram nugget. That's really nice to see. Yeah, that's a half gram. And then here's the gold itself. And let me try to do this the best so I don't get any, spill any here. I'm going to try to go from the other angle. This is fine gold, so it's kind of tough. Alright, so here's where we got 0.275 at 006, 0.280. Now this is from the first go ahead. In here, I was advised that this was going to be a special bag, and which is going to be 0.3 in here. And then they gave me the nice little nugget to make the half gram. Now what happened initially is I ordered the 1 gram bag, and accidents happen. I got a smaller bag, so I didn't get the 1 gram initially. So with that added to this, I got the gram just a little bit over the gram itself. So with the gold spot price at $56.81 on the day I originally purchased it, given this, if I do a quick calculation, I'm going to say 1.08 grams of gold. So give me a total value of $61.36. Okay, divided by the $78 that it costs. So give me an ROI of 78.66%. Now, this itself, what I'm looking at, this is the first go around. I still have a second and even possibly a third. So I think I did pretty good on the recovery of up to 0.3 on here. And I think I'm going to get more when I do the second go around. I just wanted to see how much gold was that I actually got in the first time, to see how much I would have missed. But if you look around here, look at all that gold. That is just a wonderful sight. There you go. And this gold, this really fine gold, this was really, it's a really hard bag to pan out. So if you're going to do it, expect to at least take 3 hours and to get your full gram of gold out of all the finds. All right. Thanks for watching.